Good morning, Internet. A little late to the party, yes, I know, but you don't need me to tell you how life is. Life is certainly an experience. It took me a while. What can I do? So, to talk a little bit about the gameplay and give you guys some tips to commit ninja crimes in this game. Ninja Gaiden 4 feels really weird for an action RPG. It's not really a conventional one. I feel like I really had trouble at the beginning. And you will probably too. And I can tell you now that all of that will go away once you have the last weapon, the ninja tools. At the beginning, you have to really play this close range little Simon Says mini game where you have to dodge in time, block, and use your Blood Raven form to interrupt their unblockables and whatnot. All of that out the window, right into a trash bin once you get this one. Long range Blood Raven attack, which completely trivializes all this little dancing in close range. So, yes, it's tough. Yes, this game is quite hard, but once you get to know the ins and outs and all the cool little techniques, it will be basically nothing. It will be a lot of fun, except that it is quite a long game for no reason. There are really long corridors. To deal with these long floors and corridors, you have a flying swallow move, which is a serious staple. You can use it in battle to, fuck off from danger or close in. You're airborne after this, so use it carefully, but you can fast travel with this also outside the battles. Generally, it's a lot more safer to fight mid-air. Not so much in this game, but generally in character action games, it's much safer to do stuff in the air. The best launcher, quote unquote, you have is light heavy with the twin blades, immediate airtime. One that is much better is with this drill Blood Raven jump, which puts you up really, really high compared to this. This is much safer, simply because of the height. Everything else doesn't even compare, as you can see. The easiest thing you could do mid-air to guarantee dismemberment and instantly killing whatever you're air comboing is put them in the air, slash, 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 weapon, slash, 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 weapon, slash, slash, weapon, and then go through all your weapons and then do an Izuna drop. Almost guaranteed dismemberment, and then you can kill them on the ground. If Izuna drop doesn't do the job for some reason. But they will also block in between maybe, which is the perfect time to do your little Blood Raven move in between. Other than that, you can also use your shurikens into a swallow flight twice to reset your combo, which is also a nice little thing you can do. You need forward movement if you want to do that. If you're stationary and do all of that and try to input a swallow flight, it won't work. Not swallow flight, flying swallow. I'm mixing that up all the time, but you need forward movement with the shuriken, otherwise the flying swallow will trigger. So keep that in mind. Now for more technical stuff. This game has really long recovery frames. It takes Yakumo a really, really long time to get out of them. Like, I'm spamming dodge, and as you can see, it takes really long to do anything after that, which is where your Blood Ravens will come and play. You can nullify the recovery entirely, as you can see. So if you have anything that takes too long to recover, you can just sneak in a little Blood Raven move in between and continue from there. And this one also entirely interrupts all the unblockables and blocks from your opponent, which makes them basically a guaranteed combo extender. There are also tricky inputs. Back-forward inputs are fairly easy, I would say. There's nothing about them. Not all of them are also useful. I feel like this one is like a fast cross-up, which is quite neat. Anything else doesn't really feel like has much utility. Maybe you guys can tell me. Like, if something like this puts you in the air, I know you can, like, follow that up with a flying solo and whatnot. This, for instance, also cross up, but takes way too long. I would say most of these are combo fillers, right? Unless I'm missing something, you can tell me. These 360 moves, also same thing, mostly combo filler, I feel like. Except for this one, which is also a cross-up, and I feel like, in my opinion, this looks really neat. If you have trouble with this, know that you can also just do a 180 and then light or heavy, whatever you want. It's much faster, much easier. This game doesn't want an entirely 360 rotation, which is really neat. Which is also the reason why it sometimes overlaps with the back forward inputs. I feel like this is a really huge oversight they haven't considered for some reason. It's pretty easy, just doing 180 and then you're hit. You can also disguise your input in the middle of something else, and then like Wild, you can spin the stick like 6 times if you want to. It's basically like buffering into it then. The Blood Raven moves also, to me, mostly feel like combo filler. Unless there's something I'm missing. I don't know if I do. You can hold them to make them much more deadly. I am also not sure how reasonable it is to hold them down all the time, because this is a resource. You don't have endless amount of Blood Raven to use, so wasting them for a hold, I don't know how useful that is. The most useful thing I showed you is this huge launcher. They also have a stance, I would call it, that in some way or another utilizes movement always. Or they also have follow-ups, so they all mostly feel like crowd control, I would say. But are also very slow. I'm not sure. There are also the jump versions, which I've mostly seen people use to style around instead of having any utility whatsoever. Again, something you can teach me about, but I feel like they don't really have much utility, except, of course, Assassin's Tool again. Or Ninja Tools, what was this called? I forgot. Jump into bombs is pretty nice. There's also a 360 spin for Blood Raven. This one is pretty nice for crowd control, and then releasing it at the right time will result into this little bombing. Also, the Drill Blood Raven Triangle has a really huge hitbox. This is like something you can use to deal with a crowd. One thing I've never seen other people talk about, which is really weird, maybe it hasn't been discovered by others yet, but I feel like it's really potent. There's this ultimate technique. If you hold down the heavy attack, you can charge it up to 2 times. Blue being level 1, red being level 2. Just the reason why Blood Essence isn't sucked in immediately by Yakumo, in case you were wondering. If you are charging and some of them are lying around, Yakumo will suck them in immediately and then do an immediate charge. Which is the reason why they're lingering around for so long. There's also this advanced technique you have to buy, which is like doing the charge immediately once you land. Like cancelling your land into it, your landing animation. The timing is quite strict, as you can see. You can't just hold this down or be too early with it. But this also allows you to hold it down in animations where Yakumo is forced to land. For instance, Izuna drop. Izuna drop into charge. And this has no execution whatsoever. You can just hold down the triangle button, the heavy attack button. Yakumo will do it immediately. You can't fuck this up. Which basically means there are so many opponents around you. Izuna drop will most likely than not kill the guy you're comboing, especially with the trick I showed you earlier. Which basically means this is a guaranteed ultimate technique against whatever's around you. And I don't understand why nobody's utilizing this or talking about this, because this is huge. This is making crowd control so much easier. I don't know if I have a clip lying around showing this. If yes, I will. And I also have to censor it a little because this game is quite brutal and YouTube doesn't like that. But this is something you have to keep in mind and also try to utilize, because this is way too good to just dismiss it. There are also other small little technical stuff, like this guillotine throw, which basically will throw opponents off the cliff, or it also wall splats. Let me try to show it to you. It's kind of specific, which makes it not ideal for a ring out, because you will throw yourself out of a cliff if you're not careful. I don't know what it is. You have to tell me. This doesn't seem too consistent, but it wall splats, which basically means you can combo them from there. There's also an interesting move with the twin blades. Light, light, heavy. Results into this kick, which can be used to kick them off a cliff for an instant kill. And there are a lot of cliffs in this game, so another tool, not crowd control tool, but one way to kill an opponent instantly. I think that's all I know so far. I think there isn't really all too much to talk about this game. I feel like a lot of these moves are just combo fillers. You just have to get a little creative yourself. This game is great, don't get me wrong. Just feel like there isn't that much technical stuff to talk about. Maybe you guys know some things. You guys definitely know a few things you can tell me. Other than that, I hope some of these helped you out. This game can be quite tough, and all these tricks I just elaborated made it much easier for me to navigate through this game. Having the fifth weapon also kind of trivializes Hayabusa entirely. Like, Yakumo has suddenly 5 times the amount of moves than he has, so why would you ever play him outside of, like, character loyalty and having fun with him? So, which is the reason why I'm not talking about him, by the way. I don't have much Hayabusa experience. But, yeah, I hope this will help you. Go commit ninja crimes. Listen to that big tatat girl for no reason.